Hey everyone, welcome back to Friends from Work. I'm Tom, this is Sean, and today we are going to be reviewing Season 2 of Hulu slash Netflix original series, The Bear.
It's on Netflix?
I said FX.
Oh, I thought you said Netflix.
No.
My bad.
But before we do that, do us a favor, leave a like right now, subscribe down below, follow us on TikTok and Instagram, links are on the screen and down below.
Spoilers.
Look at that.
Does it actually come on FX or is it just on Hulu?
I
Or is it
think
FXX or whatever?
no, it's FX, but
comes on every
it's
day?
Hulu. I don't know.
Well, FX would mean it like comes on weekly.
Yeah,
It
but
does it?
they call it FX,
Oh, okay.
so I don't.
Alright, yeah.
But no, they dropped all the episodes, so
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know.
I don't know.
But yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe they dropped. I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, I'll take the lead here. The Bear season 2, I think, was an extremely well written and well paced follow up to the first season. First season we obviously left off where the original beef, was shut down, and Carmy and Cousin everyone was going to turn it into a new restaurant, and we pick up pretty much where that was. They're out of money, and they just kind of bear it pretty much. Like, you just see how intense it is, but in a different environment where they're all trying to figure out where they fit in this new era of the bear or the beef, whatever it's called, the bear now. But yeah, no, I was really, really surprised at how much it elevated. I've always had this thought in my head where usually season 2 or 3 of every show usually kind of elevates because they learn from season 1 typically. And
the best shows,
yeah.
Some of the best shows, season 2 is like the best season because they're like, oh, we got something here.
Yes, exactly. And they really came to cook this season. Like, they were not messing around. They saw how, and they turned it around really fast. Jeremy Allen White was actually talking about this on an interview. I forgot where. He's like, they didn't expect this show like to take off as much as it did. He's like, it was so fast too. Like, within the first week it was out, like, he just everywhere, everyone was yelling, yes chef to him. He was saying that when he was walking around. And so they turned it around really quick. And I was curious, do you think they had like a season 2 script fully ready, or do you think they had like the season
I'm sure
2
they had like
one?
an outline. And building on what you said, I'm guessing a lot of, like, you didn't say this, but there was a lot of cameos in this.
Oh,
a lot of big name
cameos.
cameos.
I would bring that up.
And like going with this popularity, I'm guessing that these guys reached out to them, being like, "Oh, if you guys need somebody," because some of these guys are so famous that there's no way they're paying them. Yeah, like for real.
Oh yeah.
Like, but to say, just to say off that, like, I bet they didn't think they were gonna know how popular it was, and like kind of how we talked about in Dave. Maybe they reached out and like, we really like the show, so if you want us to do an episode or something, I'm around, I'll do it.
Something like that. Yeah.
I'm guessing that's what a lot of these people did. Yeah. Because it took me by storm too, though. I when I watched it, I saw that Lip was in it from Shameless, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch it. I really liked him. He did an awesome job. He killed it in Shameless from 9 out of the 12 seasons. So
yeah.
I give it a chance, and he definitely good. And like Tom said, they stepped it up in season 2. It was really well written. Like I said, it was really like a masterpiece. It was like a masterclass of writing a season, how it, like, beginning to end, how it flowed. Everybody got their own episode, I'm pretty sure.
And everyone's character development was like perfect.
Yes,
like, it was
everyone got an arc where
like
something was going on at the beginning. They struggled, they fought through it. We watched them. They had their ups, their downs, and then at the end they kind of pulled through. Except for kind of like Carmen, he didn't really at the end, like. But I think that was kind of his breakthrough. Was like, you don't have to run everything.
Yes, yeah.
So I guess so. Like, everyone had their struggle and then their breakthrough in the end, and it was really good.
Yeah, they all came together separately, if that kind of makes sense. Like, the biggest one was like Cousin. They started off the season him just kind of moping around in the basement, messing with the pictures and stuff. And I thought it was like being jokey at first. Like, it seemed like a bit. And then they kind of out of focus for him. Like, you just saw him in the background kind of moping around, being everyone's way. But when he started turning up at that restaurant, became the server, stuff like that, it was really cool to see that too. And I don't know, I was not expecting that for his character. And to
Rich, right?
Huh?
You said Rich, right?
Cousin. I don't know what his actual name is.
Rich, right? Or isn't that Rich?
You know what I'm talking
the
about.
Dude who was going to be who worked at the server. And
who was cleaning forks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know his cousin. I can't. But yeah, no, his arc was really surprising. I didn't expect it to be so well done. And like, it when you think about it from the outside, if you just take it from season 1, like, it doesn't make sense. But like, it worked out so well.
Yeah.
That was the biggest one I was really excited to see. And should we just dive into episode 6 or?
I mean, it really does. I mean, like I said, we talked. They begin. They don't have any money. Then he's like, "Oh, everybody go do your own thing for 3 months or whatever." And
Oh yeah. Some people were sent to chef school.
Yeah.
What's the baker's name? But the bake.
Yeah, he goes to break with Adam Warlock.
Yeah, that was cool too.
Yeah.
Hella cameos. I mean, I was like hella cameos in this show. Will Poulter. I don't know his actual character's name in the show, but
I can't remember either.
No, but it was just kind of cool because, for this season, it kind of really showed because we really didn't see it in season 1, like how big of a deal Carmy is, like as a chef, and so like this one, and they did it really good. It wasn't like everyone like, oh my god, it's Carmy. It's like it's this guy. Like you just saw through his connections. Like he's like, yeah, I can casually send you to Copenhagen. I know this guy, and everyone would talk about him. And he name dropped. We figured it out when Will Poulter was talking to the baker kid. He was like, yeah, no, I knew this other chef. I was like, I knew I was never gonna beat him. And he was talking about Carmy. And then when you see Cousin go to that other place to clean forks for a week, he meets the other chef too, and she talked about him. He's like, I've known Carmy a long. Like you just see all these connections. And I think they did a really tasteful job. Like, there's such a cliche way to go about it, like an easy route.
There was a lot of stuff,
and they did it really tastefully.
Everything was like interwoven.
Yeah, it felt casual. Like, that makes sense.
Yeah, like you said, like it hit you. Like, oh, okay, they fuck with Carmen too. Like,
yeah.
The one thing I really didn't like, and this will say the only thing I didn't like about the show, because everything else was so well written, I didn't really care about like the Claire thing at all. Like,
his relationship.
Yeah.
No,
like I didn't like. When it was over, it was like I feel like everyone was like they were glad, like kind of thing. Not everyone in the shop. I'm just saying like everyone watching was like, like I'm glad we like season 3 we're not gonna have to deal with this shit. Like that's kind of how I felt. Like I just felt like it was this thing in the show. I guess it was this thing to make him more distracted. So
it was just to prove
other
a
people
point
can
about
move
him.
their plot. Like Sydney really got to shine.
Yeah, she was great.
He was like in the first season, he was doing everything.
Yeah,
she was helping him a lot too. But in this season, like he was still doing a lot, but he was she was picking up his slack a lot because he was in his head and dealing with this girl and all kind of stuff.
No, I think I liked the aspect of Claire. I never really had an issue with her. I liked the fact that it showed Carmy how Carmy is, how he can't do it. Like that's the point. Like he had that whole speech in the freezer, and I think she was good as a plot device.
That's what I guess.
Just because like you saw, like Carmy did try, but like because he's such a capacity. I can't think of it. Not mental capacity, but he works at a different frequency. Just because of the high frequency he works at, just to become the level of chef he is, and it was really interesting to see like he just can't function in a relationship. He like. And
try and start his business and stuff.
Yeah, and he's so ultra focused, and he did that whole speech, and it was like, I think that was a really, really good person to use, situation to use to just show how he just can't function,
and show how he can deal with pressure for different outside of the kitchen.
But no, I really liked the scene when it hit me too. It was really cool to see like. Not cool. It was really, cool. I'll say cool. When it was like that voicemail going back and forth, and you knew what she was gonna say at the end, but it was. I have to give credit to Jeremy Allen White. Like he really sold his character. Like he acted the hell out of him this season. I don't know. He's been the first season, the second season. Everyone's elevating, but I was just really taken away by his performance in that, just because you could see like he's struggling. He's like, and it just kind of to him admitting to himself that he can't be like that normal like guy. Like he can't be happy.
Work a job, have the girl of your dreams or whatever, and be all happy and it work perfectly.
Yeah, he doesn't have a proper work-life balance. We saw that with
But that's just the curse of being a genius.
Yeah,
you can never have that work life. Like to be the best at your job, you can never be. There's no such thing as balance.
Yeah. Wasn't it? Yeah, you saw that with his family too. With people were making fun of him season 1 and 2, how he just was never around the family because he was just so hyper focused on becoming the best.
Yeah.
And kind of use as a segue here, episode 6, Fishes. I don't know. That has to be the best episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like
I mean, the last one's pretty good too.
Yeah, I was saying like it's hard to choose.
But a lot more happens, and there's.
It was longer too. It was about
Bob
an hour.
Odenkirk.
About Jamie Lee Curtis.
John Bernthal.
John Bernthal. John Mulaney.
Yeah.
The girl who's from like all of the American Horror Stories. Forgetting her name.
Olivia.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Her and John Mulaney were together.
Yeah. That episode was really good.
That was such
Bob Odenkirk's going in on Buddy. And
yeah.
Like, you're nothing. Or
You're nothing.
Yeah.
You're nothing.
Yeah. I was like,
and the
that
way
like really like that like never happened to me. But I've been in like family situations where like
that
an
level,
uncle or grandpa said some shit like that to somebody, and everybody was like, damn.
Yeah. They're just sitting there.
Then we all got to go eat after that.
Yeah. I was like, it was very dramatized for certain events, but like everyone can relate to that.
Yes.
I've heard hella people review this, and
the
like,
whole Christmas episode in general, like the family being like that was so relatable.
Someone in the kitchen losing their shit.
Yeah.
The family dinner was always like
two of the brothers who like each other sneaking off to talk shit about everybody.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, no, it was really good, and I want to get your take on this. So. We've talked about this before with a lot of other franchises touching on mental health issues, these type of situations. Me personally, I think they've done this very well with John Bernthal's character. What was his? I don't want to say John Bernthal. I don't know his character's name.
Mikey, right?
Mikey, yeah, with Mikey, and it was really just kind of showing like. It wasn't showing on the exit. Like he had moments where he's like, "Oh, he's feeling upset" or something like that, but they never over dramatized it. It felt very down to earth, very realistic. Like he's not showing it on the outside. He gets pissed off, and but you could see kind of where like the cracks in it. Where he was like going, like you could tell, like okay, some regular guy ain't gonna start growling like that. And being pissed at your uncle throwing a fork, that makes sense. But like I think they did it really tastefully with his character, or like in a sense where it's like really realistic. Like it's like, oh, I've seen someone like that. We all know
people who have mental issues. And like sometimes in media and stuff, they like glorify it where like it's the worst case scenario. Like they're not functioning people in society who just have like quirks, and then like you said, where we pop out like, oh, okay, like, he's not all there, but you know what I mean. Most of the time he is.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think it was really well done, and it was cool because you kind of see where it was from too. From the whole family in general. Like if that family's that chaotic the whole time, I guess you'll have some type of issue anyway, shape or form.
Not the first time his dad said that to him.
And the Jamie Lee Curtis, you kind of see like the heritage of it. Shorty had her own issues going on. She acted the hell out of that role.
She's really good. Yeah, like I haven't really seen her in shit in a while.
She was in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh yeah.
She got nominated. She didn't win, but she got nominated for that.
She was just like a sidekick or something.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I don't watch any of the nominations. She was
I
okay.
just knew that.
She was okay. And then like this is like acting for like she was kind of like goofy, and I don't know. I love Everything All at Once was dope, but yeah, she was fine. And she was only like she was in another scene too later at the end, right, or something.
At the opening.
Okay, yeah.
She was great. Yeah. She killed. Like I was like really.
And I'm thinking like that's what I was saying earlier. Like her, Bob Odenkirk, did they like reach out and be like, "Hey, I want to be in this"?
To be.
Like
I know Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean Bob Odenkirk too. I would say is like they've been killing TV. But I think it was more of like a passion thing. I think it was a really deep interest, and they, I think Jeremy Allen White. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, in the comments. But I think it was. I don't know about Bob Odenkirk, but I feel confident that Jamie Lee Curtis did reach out to Jeremy Allen White or someone on there. Is like, hey, I love your show, and I think either Jeremy said, hey, you should hop on an episode, or she offered or something like. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm very confident that happened. Yeah. I mean, Brad Pitt's hopping on Lil Dicky.
That's so wild. Like, when I was watching, I was like, at first, and I thought it was all cute. He did the little scene where he's like, "Who the fuck?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, we should hang out."
He's in it for a whole hour.
Yeah, and then he did the whole finales with him, like, and like, not only that, like the weirdest shit's happening. It would be one thing if like they did a music video and he was in it, like the weirdest, craziest shit. Like, I can't, like. So it's cool to see like legends and like and people
accepting the new generation.
Yeah, and like doing stuff for the low, and like so we can get some good quality stuff. Like I'm assuming like we miss out on a lot of like quality things because they can't pay all these actors all this money.
Because their ego will get in their way.
Exactly. Like we got to pay everybody X amount of money. And it's like we're not getting scenes where there's 8. You know what I mean? Emmy or whatever award-winning type actors all in one Christmas scene doing, you know what I mean? It's like we don't get that a lot. Yeah. And it was awesome.
It was really cool. I wasn't actually surprising enough. I wasn't too surprised to see Jamie Lee Curtis. It was a pleasant surprise.
Yes.
But she's been doing like hopping on guest appearance, like she was a New Girl, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
She was the mom.
Oh yeah. That was a long time ago though.
But
that's funny. I wonder how. I bet you it's the same thing too. She probably liked
that's what I was saying. I was like, she's
like, really funny in New Girl too.
I don't know. There's just so much.
I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah. That's why I was like, it was a good.
New Girl, was over like 5 years ago now, 3 years ago.
More than yeah.
Not more than 5 years.
I was thinking of when it started, but when it ended, about 5-6 years. But this show overall, I'm really excited to see season 3. At first I was like, how are they gonna go from this? But if you remember, they were talking to the uncle who lended the money, and Sydney said, we're opening a restaurant that we're going to be high end, and she's like, oh, we want to get a star too. So I assume that's what they're going to go with next season. I'm curious now you think we're going to see more of Jamie Lee Curtis? I feel like.
I don't know. I would bet money we see Will Poulter again. I bet you he shows up and comes and visits the restaurant or
you
something.
Think so? Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll see him again.
I think we'll get another flashback.
Obviously, John Berthold.
Yeah, because it is about him in a way. It's about everyone coming together. I don't know how to put it. Everyone coming together because he passed away. That's the reason it says that. So I think because they're also doing the flashback so we can learn more. So we eventually get to the point of where his breaking point was.
Yeah.
We didn't even mention Jamie Lee Curtis drove a car in through the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot. I skipped over that.
And they're trying to open the doors.
Yeah.
Sit there what the hell that was trippy.
That was an episode. I feel like that because they won an Emmy last year. I believe.
They?
Yeah.
I
think Jeremy did. I think he did. Because he was just on stage. But this show is just absolutely amazing, and they're cooking hard. And you know what they did? They didn't. Except for the one episode with Jamie Lee Curtis and everything like that. But other than that, it's been like 30 minutes, 35-minute episodes. They haven't really gone away from that. And I'm really happy that they didn't because they easily could have done 10 episodes an hour each and it could have dragged and stuff like that. But no, they kept to their core. Kept to the artistry and all right, we like to have, we don't want to do any filler. And there was really no filler.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I guess a little bit in the episodes where there was only about those people.
Yeah. That was a bottle episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't have.
Not much to talk about again without breaking down all individual scenes. I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I said, it's really like a 10 out of 10. There's a few things I didn't like. I didn't really like the Claire thing, but like I said, it made sense. But it's just really good, and it's just it's just high quality acting from everybody, and really good writing.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I will also give it a 9 out of 10. I can't do a 10 out of 10. It's hard. If you're not Cocaine Bear, you're not 10 out of 10. You know what I mean? The character development was great. The acting was phenomenal. The pacing was great. There's not much to complain about this. There were maybe things here or there. But I really can't recall. But it's so minuscule that it didn't affect my enjoyment of the show whatsoever. But yeah, that is it for this episode, guys. If you guys enjoyed, if you do me a favor before you head out, leave a like right now, subscribe down below, follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Links are on the screen and down below. Comment what you guys thought of the Bear season 2, of the whole series so far. What are they gonna do next season? And what we should talk about next time, guys. Other than that, I am Tom. This is Sean, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.